President Donald Trump on Tuesday said crime in Chicago is out of control and blasted so-called liberal judges after a woman was set on fire in the deep blue city last week. This incident allegedly involved a man with 72 prior arrests who had been out on bond despite prosecutors calling for him to be incarcerated. Trump, speaking at the White House during the annual Thanksgiving turkey pardon, again called on Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson to allow National Guard troops to be deployed to the Windy City. His demand was to tackle crime amid a wave of recent violent incidents, including the attack on Bethany McGay, 26, who was allegedly set on fire by 50-year-old Lawrence Reed. Reed has spent decades cycling through the criminal justice system. Additionally, a teenager was fatally shot, and at least 8 others were injured after 2 shootings on Friday night in downtown Chicago. "This is a very serious thing," Trump said. "They burned this beautiful woman riding in a train. A man was arrested 72 times. 72 times. Think of that. And they'll let him out again. The liberal judges will let him out again." Trump for months has attempted to send troops to Chicago, as he has done in Los Angeles, Washington, D.C. and Memphis 10, to help curb violent crime, claiming those deployments cause crime to plummet. However, Pritzker and Johnson have staunchly opposed deploying troops, calling any deployment unconstitutional, and insisting the city is not facing the kind of crime crisis the White House claims. The president has also floated invoking the Insurrection Act to tackle violent crime in Chicago. "But we're ready to go," Trump said Tuesday. "We have a governor that thinks it's wonderful that only 7 people were killed this week. It's horrible what's happening in Chicago." Trump said a federal response would make Chicago totally safe in a matter of weeks, and the people of Chicago want us to go there. And if you look at the crime that's taking place in Chicago in the last 2 weeks, just take a look. It's on the front page of every newspaper, Trump said. It's out of control. The mayor is incompetent, and the governor is a big fat slob. He ought to invite us in and say, "Please make Chicago safe. We're going to lose a great city if we don't do it quickly," Trump added. Critics of Illinois' progressive criminal policies point to the attack on McGee as the latest in a string of crimes perpetrated by career criminals who are repeatedly released back onto the streets to target law-abiding citizens. Reed, McGee's alleged attacker, had been ordered onto electronic monitoring on August 22nd, when Cook County Judge Teresa Molina Gonzalez denied a prosecution request to keep him jailed on felony allegations. During that hearing, transcripts show Molina Gonzalez told prosecutors, "I can't keep everybody in jail because the state's attorney wants me to." According to court documents, Reed repeatedly violated his curfew and movement restrictions. This occurred in the days leading up to the alleged Chicago Transit Authority attack on McGay on November 17th. Shortly before Trump's comments, the White House weighed in on the attack, blasting left-wing policies. "Liberal soft-on-crime policies are failing American communities and endangering law-abiding citizens," the White House wrote on X. "A career criminal with 72 arrests should have never been free to roam the streets. Pray for Bethany."